New details on a story we first brought you several months back. It has to do with Richmond Hill Airbnb hosts who were struggling to get rid of guests that refused to pay or check out. It was last November, a couple who are Airbnb hosts reached out to Speaker's Corner about the guest they say overstayed their welcome. They spoke to us on the condition of anonymity.
And he just live here without payments happily, and we don't know what we should do.
That guest booked a 1-year long-term stay, agreeing to pay through the Airbnb platform month to month. 3 months in, that guest stopped paying and refused to check out, despite pressure from both Airbnb and the couple.
Really like a nightmare for us.
Fast forward to today, that nightmare is a thing of the past. The couple who signed a confidentiality agreement with Airbnb could not talk about the case. But according to this LTB hearing document, they were able to evict the tenant last month.
Ultimately, it was decided that the rent was due, the rent arrears was owing.
More than $10,000 in back rent. While Airbnbs are not considered rentals that fall under the LTB, you may recall there was a twist in this case. In addition to the Airbnb booking, the couple also had the guests sign a lease, which they thought would give them added protection.
And I think, oh my God, it's for 1 year. It's more than 28 days. It's better that I sign a contract with the guest too.
That lease gave the tenant a right to argue their case in front of the LTB. While it ruled in the host's favor in the end, the question remains whether the lease helped them or delayed the process of getting the guest out.
I definitely think it delayed this case. The process itself to get through the LTB, it takes time.
Terry Landrio is a paralegal who represents landlords but was not involved in this couple's case.
So I think in this case, had these landlords simply gone by the Airbnb contract, they would have had the tenant out much quicker. And my understanding is that if you don't pay, you don't stay.
But Landrio cautions any host who finds themselves with a similar dilemma should seek legal advice.
If you do have a rental property that you're going to put on Airbnb, find out the ins and outs, but I would avoid a long-term stay as a vacation rental because it starts to blur the line. And when you blur that line, you're offering those guests protection as tenants, which could leave you as a landlord holding the bag, such as in this case.
As always, if you have an issue, story, or question you'd like us to look into, reach out by visiting the Speaker's Corner tab on the City News website. Pat Taney, City News.